Social Justice Goblin, welcome to the backyard. So, I'm just back here, thinking about the whole being of myself. Are the things that I think of myself as valid? Because for once in my life, someone put their faith in me more than I put the faith in myself. And it's done amazing things. I have entered the realm of impossible in the physical. I'm doing things I'm like, no, there's no way. Nuh-uh. If you had told me when I started this I would do that, even one of them, I would have looked at you and said, not going to happen. But slowly but surely I'm doing them. It's taking a lot of hard work, and it's going to be continuous to be a lot of hard work. But you know what? Hard work pays off. And you know what? I have a great amount of trainers who all have faith in me and who work me hard. And I think they enjoy it. Because it's rewarding to push someone past their physical limits. Because they can. They just don't know they can. And it's a nice feeling for me. I hate it. Oh, when they do that, when they gas me, oh, I hate it. At that moment, it is the toughest thing you can imagine. I mean, I am digging deep into my heart. I am like every ounce of strength that I have left in me is fighting. I can't breathe. I am, it's just, there's some internal, it's just, it was like today I was doing my scoops, and like, by the time I got to 40, I'm like, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. And it's something deep you find in your core. And it's your heart. I mean, your heart saying, you gotta do this. You gotta do this. They're not gonna let you. They're on you. They're gonna punish people because you're not doing. And it's changed who I am as a person for the better. Because that's the thing about wrestling I'm noticing. Because I saw fighting with my family, and you met a family, the Knight family, who were nothing but street trash. Who, thanks to wrestling, gave us Paige. Gave us Fighting with the Family. Gave us some amazing wrestling. I saw him perform back when I had television. When I got BBC, when I got British wrestling. The few times I saw him, he was one of the guys. I remember him. And so it's amazing to hear his story and to hear how wrestling changed his life and wrestling's changing my life. I didn't think it was possible. I was like, that's the realm of impossible. I'm happy in my life. I'm content. I have a good life. I make enough money to basically waste money. I have disposable income that's insane. And I have more junk than I need. And, and I'm slowly getting rid of all that junk and stop buying junk. But anyways, and that's wrestling affected me on that end too. Wrestling's making me get my act together, get my life back on track, and recover from my severe mental illness. And yes, I'm open about the fact that I'm mentally ill. I have bipolar. I take meds for it, and sometimes it affects me. And trust me, I have been in class when I am in a full panic attack. In fact, one of those exercises where they gassed me, I was in a full panic attack I was in a full panic attack that entire time. I don't really know. All I know was all of a sudden things got easier as I went further. But man, and throwing 3 fingers at one point. That's all I can remember. I don't know. It was like I dug so deep. That was impossible. The impossible is happening. Thanks to wrestling. And since the impossible can happen, I decided, since I'm cutting all these promos on people in my wrestling school, and, you know, I got to come up with different content instead of just doing the same pump-up every time, because, I mean, it gets old after a while, and then it becomes rehearsed and scripted, and wrestling's kind of an improv thing. You know, you do it off the cuff of your thing, you know, like, because, like, in a fight, you're yelling and screaming and going, ha, 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 you know. You know, it's just saying. I don't know if it's right or wrong. I mean, but it's kind of everything the students, that my instructors have been telling me. So anyways, got to be careful on these saying when I'm learning things, because if I say something that I haven't learned, that is disrespecting my school, and I don't want to disrespect my school. You know, because I'm going to tell you the truth. It's a good school. I wouldn't be there if it wasn't. Pops really, he knows his wrestling holds. He really knows his wrestling holds. And he knows how to teach them. And he knows how to teach, and he teaches us the full business. He teaches us everything. And you know what? He knows his business. So you can't go wrong going to Austin's Academy of Pro Wrestling. It's a great school. I can't speak more highly of it than that. Great instructors, led by a great man. I mean, very caring man, loving man. He puts up with me. And I'm a mouthy little one. I don't think there's a pop lecture without me at least once getting yelled at. Oh, God. I'm sorry. When he said the Road Warriors, man, I lost it. I was just like, yeah, it's just something he said about the Road Warriors that just, you know, it's the Road Warriors. So anyways, for you that are old-time wrestling fans, you know exactly what I'm saying, because boom, 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 they were the masters of the beatdown. You knew someone was getting their butt kicked. They were a hard fight. So, I decided to cut a promo against Jim Correnette. I'm going to challenge Jim Correnette to a wrestling match. Now, obviously, this is all fictional, because if Jim responds to this, I will... Nah. I do love his little passive-aggressive way of sending me a whole bunch of postcards that said, thank you, F you, goodbye. Telling me my opinion. I thought that was... I was like... Brilliant. Doesn't stop me. So, here's my promo against Jim Correnette. Jim Correnette, you've been running your mouth on the internet lately. Talking trash about my favorite wrestling federation, AEW. Just angers a girl to no end. But listen, Jim. Oh, I know, Jim, how to fight you. I've seen all your fights. Well, the ones that you actually had a chance in. I've seen how you mollywopped the crud out of Paul Heyman. And here's the other thing. This is a battle over wrestling. So, and I've heard every one of your stories about you, and and at some point there will be a tennis racket involved, and oh, I've seen the viciousness with you and your tennis racket. But Jim, I ain't afraid of you. I'm willing to stand up for what I believe in, and modern wrestling is great. You're wrong, we're right. So that means we got to fight? Jim, I got a tennis racket too. And I am not going to be nice about it. Because I don't care if you're a legend or not. Modern wrestling's going to win in the end. And you're going to go down.